All right, welcome. So if you haven't gotten your kit, do not worry. You can pick it up when the library reopens via curbside. I think that should be tomorrow. I don't know anything about weather. I wait to see what James Spann tells me. But once you've got your kit, I'll send out the recording for YouTube, and that way you can watch it, or you can watch it again, whatever makes your heart happy. So Miss Jan, the science lady, is here with us today. She is actually going to be coming back next month too to do a potions class for us, which is really cool. Is that going to be like a Harry Potter potions class or just like a general
I mean,
potions?
it can be, but just sort of general potion making.
Okay, as you need in life, you need your
Yeah,
potions.
you need that, of course.
All right, guys, I'm actually going to turn it over to Miss Jan because, she's the one who's going to tell you how to build your bots. Try to keep yourself muted unless you have like a question so it can filter out the background noise. You got the chat going. So who's ready to make some robots? Yeah? All right. It's all you, Jan.
All right, guys. So you do have your kits. If you don't, again, Miss Judith said she's going to record it and then you can watch it later. So don't open your kits yet because I have a few things I want to do just to make sure everybody's awake because, it's been a snow day. Did anybody make any snow ice cream? Nobody. So you can actually find some pretty decent snow ice cream recipes, and it's actually pretty tasty. Although most of the snow is kind of melting now. But anyway, that could be something in the future if we happen to get snow again. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So what I thought I would do first is I brought one of my animals for you guys. And he's about to go through a shed, and this happens to be Miss Judith's best friend, and his name is Beauregard. He is my African ball python. And since we're not traveling as much, going to as many places, he gets a little bored. So I thought I would bring him out. It doesn't have anything to do with our bot building, but I mean it's a snake, so it's fun.
And it
All
makes
right,
me happy.
and yes, and it makes you happy. All right, so I'm going to get him out here. There we go. And you can tell that he's starting to shed because if you look closely at his eye scales, they're real cloudy. And that's one of the ways to tell if a snake is about to shed. And also, he's not being rude and sticking his tongue out. I'm sure you guys know that he's actually smelling. It's pretty cool. Snakes have in the back of their throat, they have something called Jacobson organs. So he is just picking up molecules in the air with his tongue and taking it back to his Jacobson organs to kind of figure out what it is that he's smelling. Dogs actually have Jacobson organs too, but they're different than snakes. It's the reason why they have such a good sense of smell. So anyway, this is Beauregard right here. Let me see if I can get him to give you guys a close up. Oh, there we go. I'm sure that he sees you, Judah. Okay, so obviously we're not in the same room together, but one of these days we will be, and I'll give you guys a chance to hold Beauregard. He is actually very mellow and he is a pretty affectionate snake. So I think that you guys would enjoy it. All right, so I'm going to put him up. He would wave by if he could. I mean, he can't. All right, so I'm going to put him in his pillowcase. He doesn't live in a pillowcase, right? So don't worry about that. He just like really small spaces, so he hangs out in his pillowcase. All right, so one more thing before we get into our bot building, and we're going to build the bots, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the science behind them, because I know it's really hard to listen to me talk too much. So we're going to build our bots, and then we're going to learn the science. But before we do that, I'm going to do a little something with fire for you guys, just to make sure everybody is awake. So I'm going to burn some paper. Now, when you burn paper, you have ashes left over, right? And you can't take those ashes and you can't turn them back into paper. So that's an example of a chemical change. Now, if we just cut the paper, we're changing the paper, but we're not changing the chemical makeup of the paper. So that's called a physical change. So since I'm inside, I want to be safe here and burn just a small sheet of paper. All right, so here we go. I've got my paper. It's kind of thin, like tissue paper, right? But we're gonna burn it and then have a look at the ashes. So is everybody ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, well, strangely enough, I don't have any ashes, which is kind of weird. Maybe I should try it again. Okay, so I'm gonna blind you guys again. Here we go. Okay, still no ashes. It's twice with no ashes. What do you suppose is going on? You guys can either unmute yourself or put it in the chat if you have any thoughts about what's going on with this paper. Ah, very good. Okay, so Andrew said it's a kind of chemical on it. So here's the thing. This is actually called flash paper, and you really see it in a lot of magic shows, but it doesn't have anything to do with magic. So it does have an additional chemical. That chemical is called nitrocellulose. And so you actually see have that in gunpowder. So what it does with the paper is it completely changes the way the paper reacts to fire, and you have nothing left over. So it looks like this super cool magic trick, but it's totally just a science trick, right? It's just chemistry. It's just changing things to create something different. So this is why there are no ashes left. And I've got 2 more sheets to burn because, I mean, we can, and it's fun. All right, here we go. Oh, that one went for a while. All right, and just one more, just for fun. All right, here we go. Okay, plus it makes a super great sound. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Great sound. All right, if you have your stem kits, go ahead and grab those, and we're gonna see what we have in here. All right. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna pull out is this is gonna be the body of your robot. So clearly it's just a CD. And on one side, you've got these 3, these are adhesive strips. And then on the bottom, you've got 1, 2, 3, but they're a little bit different. One side is in the middle, the other side's not. And so the shiny side is actually going to be the bottom of your robot. All right. Shiny side's the bottom. All right. We also have ping pong balls. You should have 3 ping pong balls in there. Next thing is you have a Ziploc bag, and it's got a few things in it. It's got a motor and a circle and some googly eyes. All right. And then you have some pipe cleaners too. And you have, oh, there's another pipe cleaner. So 3 pipe cleaners. And then you have a battery that's attached, and you'll see a black wire and a red wire. Okay, so what we want to do first is you're going to have your CD and your ping pong balls. Okay. And on that shiny side, what you're going to do is these are double sticky adhesive pads. So you can actually peel carefully the paper off. Let me show you guys. And that will reveal the sticky side that you have there. All right. So once I have one off, I'm going to take one of my ping pong balls and stick that to there. So that's what we're going to do with all 3 of those. And I will move my camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is what I have now. Okay, so we'll let everybody get caught up there. All right, looks like everybody's got their stuff. Was everybody off school today, or did you still have to do virtual school on a snow day? You can type it in your chat. Oh, you're homeschooled? Did you still have school? No school. Okay. Did anybody go build a snowman? I did, and it was about this big.
I was about to say, who got enough snow to do that?
It was so super tiny.
Our snow was gone by like 11,
I know,
11:30.
I know. Yeah, not enough snow. I took my dog out though. It was his first time to see snow. Anybody have that experience with their dog? Some dogs are scared of it and some dogs will have a big zoomie. It's like they really are so excited about it.
And some dogs, like mine, do not care.
Oh, poor Blue.
Yeah. Which he's
Okay,
calmed down.
everybody, is she asleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
So before y'all joined in, my dog Blue was like, he was very much wanting attention. So he got shushed a lot.
Is he sleeping now? Yeah, well, first he's not. I can hear him walking back and forth. Okay, everybody got their ping pong balls on their CD. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you are going to get your circle here. Okay. And your circle is going to have kind of a smooth side and then another side that it's sort of hard to tell, but it is also adhesive. So you want to take the side, see if you guys look, you can see the paper's kind of coming off. Leave that paper on for now. The side without the sticky. All right. What you're going to do is you're going to take your googly eyes, and your googly eyes also have adhesive. This is so hard for me. Some of you might be able to do this really quickly. You're just going to peel that paper off. Okay. It's so totally going to take me a minute here. All right. I got it. Okay. So on the non-sticky side of the circle, I'm going to put one eye and then put the other eye on here. So this is a simple robot. It's not a robot that you're going to program or anything. And you're going to be the on and off switch for it. So it's a really simple robot, and its function is to wobble. And I feel like googly eyes are perfect for that. Okay. Boop. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna let everybody catch up. That's the hard part. I mean, some of you, like I said, might be able to get that paper off super simple. Oh, I see a kitty cat. Meow. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, like I said, this is the bottom of your robot. And so then you have adhesive here in the center and two on these sides. I'm going to pick this one right here, not the one in the middle, one of the sides. And I'm going to stick this on here. But before I do, I'm going to take that sticky paper off the other side like this. Okay. All right, and then with your pipe cleaners, you can kind of decorate a little bit because they'll stick here on the back. And it's kind of however you want to decorate them. This serves no function other than I think it's super cute. There we go. Oh, Courtney, I like what you're doing there. Super cute, guys. Now, when we're all done too, if you have any markers, you can also kind of color on it too. Particularly if you have Sharpies. Permanent markers seem to work a little bit better, but really any marker will do. Okay, so the next part is going to be this right here. So this is called a hobby motor. And you'll notice that there is a piece of glue stick that's on here. And it's really not exactly in the middle because the function of a hobby motor is for it to spin. And if you add a little bit of weight to it and it's not really even, so it's not particularly balanced, it's going to wobble. And so this is going to create that wobble motion with your robot. You'll also notice you have two sides, and one of the sides has these copper prongs right there. These prongs are going to be important. So you want to make sure that you don't stick those to where they're covered up. So what I'm saying is they need to go like this on your robot. So they're showing, because that's where your wires are going to attach. Another thing that's very important, if you have this and this is not going to go on your middle sticky, it's going to be on that other side that's on the end. But it's very important that it's far enough out that it freely spins. Because if you put it in too far, it's not going to spin because it's going to hit the CD. And you need for this to spin around. All right. So I'm going to take the sticky off and add my hobby motor. All right. There we go. Perfect. You guys got some cute robots going on. Okay, next is the power source. It is not going to matter the color of the wires. Not a big deal with this. But this is going to go on that last adhesive spot right here in the center. Okay. So like this. So what you can do, you have a little bit of exposed wire here on the end. Let me see if it's gonna, yeah, maybe not. But you're going to attach those to those two copper prongs. And you can actually bend that wire in a little bit if you need to. It's going to take a little trial and error to get it to go just right. But that's the power source. It's going to make your hobby motor spin and create that wobble bot. So I'm going to attach mine here. And I tend to actually hold on to this while I'm attaching these, just because it's easier if it's not wobbling to do that. So like I said, you're the on and off button. All right. All right. Let me see some robots wobbling. Like I said, it takes a little bit of practice to get it going. Give me a thumbs up when you get your robots going. Or if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. Aaliyah, I see yours going. All right, Emily, good job. Ah, Courtney, I see yours. Oh, hey, so Andrew, I see that you said that you don't have a kit. If you weren't able to pick that up for curbside, it is still going to be available to you. And Miss Judith is actually recording this. So you'll be able to watch it again if you need to walk through the instructions, but you'll be able to pick up your kit.
Yeah, we should be open tomorrow. So just go to curbside like you normally would, and they'll be down there still.
All right, so that is your WobbleBot. And you can add to this if you like, or you can change it up. There's some other designs that you can do with it, but you will still have the hobby motor and the power source. So you can kind of make any sort of thing that you want with that. I think these are adorable, but you can certainly make changes. And like I said, if you have a marker, you can kind of color it and make it even cuter. All right, so looks like those of you that had kits, they're getting done. I'm really enjoying watching these wobble around on the table. So one of my googly eyes got stuck though. What's that about? It's just that 2020, 2021 thing going on. Okay, so let's learn a little bit about the science that is behind your robot. So like I said, it's a simple robot. So we basically just completed a circuit. All right. Now, have you guys learned about plasma yet? Yes. Okay. So if you haven't, it's the fourth state of matter. So you have solids, liquids, gases, and you have plasma. Used to be that everybody said there were solids, liquids, and gases. The thing about plasma, it acts a lot, the molecules act a lot like gas molecules, but they're slightly different. So it got its own state of matter. If you've ever seen lightning strike, the purple stuff that you see coming off, that's actually plasma. And I have a plasma globe here for you guys to look at. So the reason when I turn this on that you're going to be able to see the plasma is inside of this globe, there's argon gas. So that allows you to actually be able to see the plasma. So I'm going to put this down here. And it's pretty funny because Beauregard is moving around in his pillowcase right now. It's pretty funny. All right, so here we go. And I'm going to turn the lights down a little bit too. Argon gas, yes. All right, so here we go. Here's our plasma globe. And I personally think it looks super cool on Zoom when you have this. So do you think something like this would be dangerous to touch? Okay, I'm going to try it. It's pretty scary, but I'm going to touch it. Oh, it's okay. I can touch it. But look what happens when I put my hand on there. Why do you suppose it's all stopping and going to my hand? Good type. Emily, you want to type it in the chat or take yourself off mute? I don't know if you're able to, so you can type it. Okay. You're absolutely right. All right. Emily, are you still typing? Or is that what you were typing? Okay. So the deal that's going on is we're actually conductors of electricity. That means electricity can flow through us. So that's the reason why if there's a lightning storm, you don't go outside, because you can get struck by lightning since we're a conductor of electricity. Something can also be an insulator, like the soles of your shoes are actually insulators. And even though electricity is really powerful, it's pretty lazy. And if it can find a way to get to the ground and discharge, it will do that. So when I put my hand here, it actually finds a route all the way down to the ground to discharge. Now I have something here. I'm going to turn the light on so you can see it. Okay, so I actually have a fluorescent light bulb right here. So do you think that the plasma globe will be powerful enough to light this up? Okay. Let's find out. So let me turn the light off again. All right, there we go. Okay, yes, and I don't even have to touch this. All right, But look, we can actually allow this to kind of go through my body again. If I put my hand here, it's actually only lighting up the parts where my hand is, but I can make it work harder by going like this. All right, so pretty cool. So that is plasma. Okay, and this particular plasma globe, it's pretty cool. It actually operates with sound too. Since sound is actually vibrations, if I can create vibrations, I can get this to work. So I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay. Or if I talk, it will come on. It's pretty cool. So plasma globes used to be super expensive. You can actually get them pretty cheaply now. So it's something kind of cool to have. All right. So another thing with circuits. So circuit almost sounds like circle, right? So what really is electricity? Electricity is a transfer of energy, basically. Have you guys learned about atoms? Yes. Okay. I'm going to draw an atom, but this is absolutely not what an atom looks like. Totally doesn't look like this. This is going to look like a donut. Okay. Atoms don't look like a donut, but this just makes it easy to explain it. So I'm going to draw a circle here and then another circle. So that looks like a very tasty donut, right? All right. So who knows what the center of an atom is called? Very good. The nucleus, right? And there are a couple of things that spend all their time in the nucleus. What are those? I wrote a P, neutrons. Good job. It's always so fun to spend time with teens because you guys know this stuff. It makes me super happy. I know you're not happy about my discussion right now, but it makes me happy. All right. Then there's these crazy things that are on the outer edges of the atom. What are those called? Very good. All right. So there we go. Protons, neutrons, electrons. All right. Who knows the charge? They have charges. What is the charge of a proton? Very good, Courtney. Positive. What are electrons? Very good. Negative. And then neutrons are neutral, right? So there we go. All right. So think back a long time ago when you were like in first grade and you played with magnets, and you remembered magnets had a North Pole and a South Pole. And if they went together, that meant that you had the opposite poles facing each other. And if they pushed away or repelled, it meant you had the same poles. So same with electricity. So if you have a positive charge that comes in contact with a negative charge, it's going to give you a little shock, right? That's the reason why, in addition to being conductors of electricity, if you have lightning going on, you're going to be an opposite charge. That lightning's like, ooh, I'm going to go ahead and zero right in on that. So also another example of that is how many of you, especially this morning, it was a good morning for that, have rubbed your sock feet on the carpet and either your hair stood up or you like touched your little brother or sister and you shocked them? All right. So you're actually using friction to generate static electricity. So with the circuit, all you're doing is you're finding a pathway for that electricity. You can either have a closed circuit or an open circuit. If your WobbleBot is not wobbling, that's an open circuit. And the way to close the circuit is to take the wires and to attach them to the copper prongs and close that circuit. All right. So these things are very cool. This is called an energy stick. So you can get these on Amazon or anything that sells like science stuff. But what's cool about it, it sort of makes you like a human battery. So if I put one hand here and then the other one here, it actually powers it up. All right. And this is a very good charge on it right now. but sometimes it doesn't have the best charge like this. I'm sort of barely touching it here. So this exact thing will happen with your WobbleBot. Like sometimes it doesn't seem like it's really wobbling all that great. And that's what's going on. You just have not a clear connection with your wires. So you can go back through and just make sure that they're solidly attached to your copper line of your hobby motor. All right. So this is an energy stick. And something cool about this, I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually found this out not too long ago on another Zoom, that slime is actually a conductor of electricity. And so I could hold it like this and touch the other side with slime and it would light up. Just something that I think you should know. All right, so anybody have any questions or comments? No questions, no comments. This is the Cricut portion, but I want to give you guys time to type.
Do y'all think y'all could make another robot at home with the materials? Like if you had, like if you got more.
Right, yeah, it's a pretty simple design. And I've got a bunch of different ones, but like I said, I think this one is pretty cute.
I have one that Miss Jan made me, I think it was probably like 5 or 6 years ago. It's like this big and it still works.
Oh, the rectangle one?
Yeah, those are adorable. So
yeah, I've gone through the house and like found things that I thought would make a good robot. I think the ping pong balls are nice because it does wobble better with the ping pong balls. But you can also change these and see it'll make it wobble differently. You can also change the glue stick to something else. Yeah, the battery is totally replaceable. You can do that. Okay, well, if nobody has any questions or comments, that's pretty much it for today. But next time we'll be doing potions. So you'll have about 3 or 4 things in your kit. And you're even going to get a puppy piddle pad because it could get messy. So just letting you know, that's going to be an important part of the kit.
thanks, Miss Jan. So I'm going to send out the video recording in a couple of days. You can still pick up your kits if you haven't gotten access to them yet. You can go ahead and register for the potions class. It's actually 1 month from today, so it'll be on March 16th. And later on this week on Thursday, we have Teen Theater Thursday with Red Mountain Theater Company. So you can sign up for that. It's a free acting kind of improv drama class that we do. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you'll get to join us for that. And my bestie's coming back out. Look at Beauregard.
So Red Mountain Theater, their new building is getting close to done. It looks nice.
Isn't he cool? So, and when we're able to hold in-person events, Miss Jan and my bestie are going to come back and visit us.
I know, he misses you.
Yes. We're going to have a teen program called Snakes and Snacks. We're just have snacks and snakes.
That's right.
Okay, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Look out for the YouTube video with the recording soon. So everyone be good. You are all free to go. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.